Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So it's November the 7th. It's quite a grey and murky day out there and things are starting to die back in the garden. There's not much to see. I've still got a few flowers growing out there. For some reason my Pieris plant that you can see just here has started to, thinks it's spring, starting to produce flowers, so it's a bit messed up. Yeah, I think the fluctuation in temperatures, it confuses some of these plants. Anyway, so get back to what I've got indoors. This is a Polyanthes tuberose. It hasn't flowered for me yet. It's got a bit of a nasty bug. I think it's spider mite, aphids, so I've sprayed it with some washing up liquid. So that's Polyanthes tuberose or Rajanigonda, a plant that grows very well in Bangladesh and has a lovely scent to it when it does grow, when it does produce flowers. Here are my Syzygium cumini. These are the ones that were polyembryonic and still are. So they produce sort of multiple stems. So some of the stems have died off. Purely my fault. I haven't really looked after this plant. It should have been, well, there's several plants in one pot. So I should have repotted it and kept on top of the watering. And this is the result. If you don't water frequently, this is what you get. And lots of leaf drop has happened on its journey, so it would be much bigger than this had I looked after it, but just look at the state of the roots. So all of these jobs, repotting, etc., needs to be done, but I'm not doing anything until I come back off my holidays, so which is about a month away, and it's not really the best time to repot in December. Wait till spring when day length starts to increase and these plants are actively growing. There's not much point in me trying to repot that right now, and I'll probably give one or two of the plants away. I don't need this many. I've got another singular plant in the kitchen, so that's a jamoon or Syzygium cumini or kalojam as they call it in Bengali. So it's grown from seed. And here we've got a little cutting of a Piper nigrum. So the Piper nigrum plant, original plant that I got was an air layer back in 2018 from Bangladesh, and then that grew very well, died back. I took cuttings off it before it started to die back, and one of the cuttings, that is the one that I've got left. The main plant died off. So the cutting from the air layer is growing, and I took a cutting off that plant. So confuse everyone, and it's rooted. So this one is to give away, and I believe there is someone who would like to grow Piper nigrum. Is growing Piper nigrum, but like me, has had their ups and downs with the plants. So this cutting is for them. And I will take some more cuttings maybe in the spring when it's actively growing. It's going into a kind of a dormant phase, slowing down now, so not the best time to try and root anything. So yeah, I'll take some more cuttings in the spring if anybody's interested and wants to grow Piper nigrum, peppercorn. They are welcome to ask for them. And this is a soursop. Now, this soursop has been on a bit of a journey as well. Not looked after it as I should have done. I got the fruit, I think it was back in 2021. Yes, it was 2021. I got the fruit, and first time trying Annona. What's the botanical name? I'll put the botanical name up here anyway. It's a soursop. Graviola, guanabana, different names for it. And so back in 2021 I got the fruit, but the seeds didn't start to germinate until the end of the year, beginning of the following year, in fact. So I had three or four seeds germinated, and I had 3 plants that grew to about this size the first year. So for the first year they were about this tall, and the leaves, it was a singular stem, and the leaves were bigger than this. So the leaves on here are smaller than what they were when it was in the first year of growth, which is strange. But yeah, so the other 2 plants have died off. The second one was only a few weeks ago that unfortunately it died off, and this one was suffering as well. There was a lot of dieback on the plant. I don't know what was wrong with it, so I decided to check the roots, and the roots had shrunken, very, very small root ball. I believe that was my fault. Not watering it frequently, allowing it to dry out too much to the point of getting brown tips on the leaves, etc. So I did a repot. So about 2 months ago I did a repot and checked the roots, how small they were. And so this is now in its recovery phase. So it looks good compared to what it was. The pictures of the before, if I can get into the centre of here, if you've not seen that video, it's a bit hard now because it's quite dense, but there was a lot of dieback going on. Here we are. This is what the condition of the plant was. It had a couple of leaves on the top, lots of dieback, had to cut back. So all the green stems that you can see here, that is all new growth. I think there's a little starting to branch. I think maybe that's a new leaf just behind, just in front of my finger there. So producing its own little branches now. But yeah, so these new leaves coming out nice and healthy, and I am now keeping on top of the watering. I'm only worried that during my week away, a few weeks away, I will be away in December, that it's going to dry out. So I'm going to have to give my son instructions on how much water to give this and how often. Yeah, because I don't want to set it back further. I mean, it may start to stop growing anyway because the light levels have decreased now. We're in November, it's a shorter day length, but it does look much better. And it's got these 3 or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's produced sort of like a candelabra effect, and hopefully, I mean, it looks like a little bonsai now, and hopefully, you know, this will produce flowers one day and fruit. And talking of flowers, today I was looking on YouTube, and fellow YouTuber who lives not a million miles from where I am, I live in Manchester and he lives in an area called Oldham. I put up his channel name. It's Shams Gardening and Crafts. And from the fruit that I got the seeds from this, so I got the fruit back in 2021, I sent him some seeds, and his plants, I don't know how many he got germinated, but one of his plants has grown massively. Obviously he's got different growing conditions to mine. If you watch his channel, you see, I think he's got like a heated greenhouse and extra lighting, etc. And I think he uses air pots for his plants. So probably the best conditions for growing tropical plants. Unfortunately, my setup is different. His has actually got flowers on it. So seeds from the same fruit, grown at roughly the same time. I think his germinated maybe a month or so before mine, or a couple of months before mine, but his has grown massively and it's actually got flowers on. So congratulations to him to getting his plant to a flowering stage, which is what we all want, us tropical plant growers who grow fruit from seed. We'd love to see all of our plants, you know, get to the fruiting stage. You know, what an achievement that is. Yeah, so there's hope yet. Maybe a year or so, if I can keep this alive, maybe in a year or so, it will be big enough and the conditions are right for it. It will produce flowers. Perhaps I should stick mine under the grow light. I've got my grow lights here in the living room. Got my citrus and my wrong pool lime. So it's flowering again, third time. And got my mousses gathered around the grow lights. So maybe I should pop that under the grow light for a couple of hours in the evening. We'll see. So, short video, folks. Let me know if you like this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And share with your friends. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.